So good afternoon, my friends. Bitcoin, very interesting, no? If you're on the right side of the market, it's a good, happy day. I don't think for this guy, Michael Saylor, my best friend, that I'm going to destroy. And we begin this video with this one because I was just looking at the Twitters. And I have something also very interesting, but not so interesting for Michael Saylor. He's saying there is no second best Bitcoin. 463% performance since August the 10th, 2020, and so on. So gold performing at this moment better. Bitcoin has been losing more than 15% on weekly average, and gold and precious metals, commodities are performing much more better. But okay, Saylor, I want to show you something. And now listen, Michael Saylor, because you can learn something from me, an old experienced trader. Okay, Michael, sir. Now open your ears and open your eyes and keep silent, because you can learn something. This market, you can see here, is a forex market, not Bitcoin, not stocks, a forex market that everyone is telling you, forget about forex, buy stocks, buy Bitcoin. Don't buy stocks, buy Bitcoin, 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 Bitcoin. 400%, 500%, 20,000%. It might be since the beginning, as Bitcoin was at zero, right? The performance of the last 10, 15 years. I agree with that. There's no problem. But your performance is based on past data and only past data. So you are faking the results, you're impacting the fake results and selling it to the people and telling them lies, Michael Saylor. That's my honest opinion about you, and that's the reason that I don't like you. I don't never like people like you. This market, Argentinian peso, Argentinian dollar, you see here my position. I was short, or I am short, still in this market, and now, when was it? I started to short the market on March 2015. Still, the market has been down more than 75%. Okay, and now some people who are analysts say, okay, we reached the bottom. But many of you know me as a day trader, and I told you also, while I am day trading, I am also trend follower, right? That's my main nature as trader. I started trading with trend following. Therefore, I know all the pains that maybe the Bitcoin holders or people who are long in Bitcoin have. That period of time to stay with the trend, if the trend is coming against you, to stay all of that. I know all that. But I know also all the factors that cause all that move and why we should stay in a trend, right? And where we are at the top, and of course where we are at the bottom, and why Bitcoin will drop much more deeper. Well, also in this market, many people said that if we sell here, because the market has been falling more than 75%, and you know the rule, some say, oh, if the market falls 10%, buy, deep buyer. Then if the market falls 25%, increase your buying position. If the market falls 50%, 70%, that's time. Sell your house, sell everything, and buy Bitcoin. And I prove you now why they all are wrong. Especially here, everybody was talking, and they have been then playing with a lot of trading indicator stuff, and you know, you can name what you want, right? Then the market started to here, so a lot of people started then to buy the market. You see what happened. The market then broke deeper and said, okay, we are at the bottom. We are at the bottom. We are at the bottom. I stood short. And then look what happens. Now, look here, right? Your focus is here, right? Just look here. Just look here. Do not look here, right? You know, I am short here, and a lot of people saying, okay, the market going up. But please look now here what's happening. And then the market deeper and deeper, and then slowly, look, a never ending, slowly, how much deeper it can go, how much deeper. And then here everybody was happy, they have been deep buying. And here we are now on daily chart. Now I make it a little bigger. So brothers and sisters, this is on the weekly chart, and the beginning of the weekly chart is above this picture. So you see my selling position, and look at the weekly chart, right? Are we at the bottom? Surely not, because everything, all the indicators, the market is falling and falling. And I tell you something, since 2015, the performance alone of this market is over 9,850%. 9,850,000. This is only one market, I mean, right? Now I show you the other picture. At the same time, I was starting to short the RS United States dollar. On the same time, I went long dollar against the Argentinian dollar. And look now what happened. It's going higher and higher, right? Exactly the same performance. So, Michael Saylor, two markets since 5 years, together around more than 4,000%, and percent increase of the price, not my performance. Percent performance of the market, right? So my performance, I don't talk about it, how much money I have, but you can imagine if you are on the right side of the market. And this is just two markets, right? Okay, Michael Saylor, should I give you a third example? And later, then I recognize it would be very profitable, why not, to short the same market now against the pound or British pound against the IRS. And we see here the peso was sinking, so I started to go long in British pound sterling, Argentinian peso, and on the same time I shorted the Argentinian peso against the British pound sterling. So Michael Saylor, 4 markets, more than 15,000% of performance, market performance, right? So this is now about your lies, my dear and good friend. This is your first lie, right? And I promise everyone I'm going to expose you. You say here there is no second best. And I tell you now a truth. Your performance of 463% Bitcoin, and that's not your performance. Of course, you are involved because you traders are buying, scamming this asset, telling people lies, and so on, is not even in my top 1 million best performances. And I have just given you 4 examples, Michael Saylor, right? In my top 1,000 best performing markets until now, until this second, Bitcoin is even not present 1 million miles away. The worst in my list has made a performance of minimum 920% at place, I think 1,000 or 1,005. And you are not still in that. You are not even in my 10,000 best list. You are not even in my Bitcoin is not even in my 1 million markets who are performing more than 1,000% until now. So what the hell, what the shit are you talking people here? So we want to expose you, Mr. Michael Saylor, before I tell people now what's going on in Bitcoin. So there's a message now I'm writing to him. BTC is not even in my 1,000% performing list. The worst market at place 1005 in my list has a performance of 965%. What the? I don't say the worst because then maybe Elon is going to ban me. Hell are you talking about? And why do you tell people so much lies? Your SMCI stock is down again 5% after the 5% of 2 days ago, after the 5% of 3 days ago. Now I got you, Michael, and I like him. I want to see his face, how he is now angry. So this, and that's the trap. A lot of people and almost a lot of young traders who are almost very unexperienced are falling into these emotional traps. They are not buying Bitcoin or selling Bitcoin because of real, nacked, honest facts, right? You can't buy Bitcoin if you have real facts about it, right? But all people are emotional, and that's another trick of the Bitcoin community. So you see here a lot of pictures, the Holy Grail, that's like I think that's maybe a comparison to the Red Sea, right? Like Moses saved the people of the Israelis from Egypt, right? Like this, oh, Bitcoin is the new future. Everybody is looking at that. Bitcoin is just bullshit. And your business is based, Michael, only on trapping other people, right? But there are a lot of smart people there. Then look here again, right? He uses this kind of fantasy. I mean, and very nice picture, not against the art, right? So somebody did then this picture, okay, my compliment, made it very good. But that's with these pictures, with these fantasies, with these storytellings, there are trapping people since years, right? Since years, right? Here another one, I love dogs. So, and so they are making, if you talk about art, the art is very well, but they are misusing art for trapping people. Right? That's the way they are doing. Then here, Bitcoin, the Holy Grail, we only believe in Bitcoin. Everybody who is against Bitcoin is against you. Michael Saylor, you talk about terrorists, right? You talk about people, tell that people, that those people are the enemies of civilians. But what is the difference between your people, you, and those people? They are fanatic. They are selling. They are killing people for if somebody is not believing them. But your followers and you are doing the same, right? I'm not saying that you are going to kill people, but you are telling those people lies. You are here, for example, right? People, if you see here, don't go here to Michael Saylor. He's a big liar, right? So, did you educate anyone about Bitcoin this week, like Scientology, right? So, did you educate anyone? What does it tell you? That these people get money and telling stories, and they're, okay, now you go this week, you must in minimum talk to 50, 100 people. In this week, you minimum have to tell people to convince them and don't come back before not 50 people have been invested in Bitcoin. That's the real, right? I have a lot of videos about these education seminars. If you see such of this, guys, be aware. They are manipulating you, right? They tell only the best side of a dream, right? This is a dream. The reality is something else, right? With those game pictures, fantasy pictures, they are trapping you. I mean, if you want to buy Bitcoin, right? So I don't tell you what to do or not to do, but I am telling you, be aware of these charlatans, right? Because he is a charlatan. So I'm going also to help him. I tell him, no, a big no. And then in this comment, somebody was selling this meme. Yes, 69, 69, 69 $1,000 for one Bitcoin. They say, remember who you are, you know. So there's Bitcoin holder at 69, a chicken. So that's very funny. But I found also another comment to tell you. Where was it? It's saying, my wife, but after 10 minutes she told me, okay, that's enough for today. Somebody else telling, now we talk about Solana. All right. That's really funny. Yeah. So right here, Peter Schiff is my teacher. And then we send it. But so that's not bad. A lot of people out there, they are waking, they are grilling him. All right. So my point of view is that you have a trade plan, right? Somebody did this meme very nicely. So you plan the market, you plan your life all the years, and why not with Bitcoin? You can do that too, right? And then here in this meme, you see, then if trading, then you have a trade plan, right? When to buy, when to sell, should you buy and hold Bitcoin, for example, should you sell it, should you short it, stocks, whatever, or you long-term investors, day trader, whatever. But it doesn't matter, you always need a trade plan. And you plan everything perfectly, right? So protection of the account, money management, everything, you name it. So from every perspective, you keep care on that. And many times you are also very successful with that. You see here like this night. And then something interesting happens. Then in this case, everybody was sure about the interest rate cuts, and then somebody says Kashkari, and the Kashkari destroys all your trading plan with everything you have been planning, right? And those people, so maybe, I don't know, but to me that's an allegory, you know, to people that are planning and say, okay, 99%, even people say 100% everything is sure, right? But you see how those people got trapped, for example, like guys like Michael Saylor. And 6 hours ago, Michael Saylor was publishing this video. And before I come then to Bitcoin, let's watch it together.
Ladies and gentlemen, today my company report and steadfast belief. Today my company is thrilled to announce our annual promotional drop offering 2,000 Bitcoins and 15,000 Ethers to the entire community over the next 24 hours. This event celebrates our company's remarkable achievement, a 200% profit since the beginning of this year. To join in this event, just visit the official website of this event. The link will appear in the top right corner where you can check out the rules and participate. This is a real opportunity to double your deposit. This event serves as a token of our sincere appreciation to our community for your unwavering support and steadfast belief in our vision. As we chart a course toward a future filled with ambition and promise, our commitment to fostering a community that thrives on collective triumphs has never been stronger. Your steadfast support serves as the cornerstone of our progress, paving the way for a future ripe with boundless opportunities.
So, you have heard it, what he's saying. He's paying money. He's not talking about what to make stronger this community, but he's not saying the religion. And that's a cult, right? So if you go through the history, how many times a lot of people tried to build such cults, and then one sign of them is they are very aggressive person, they are manipulated, brainwashed. They do everything what they tell them to do for money, and at the end, who is the real loser, right? If you look here, this is a psychological study of Bayesian thinking course, right? We have our beliefs as we were born by our parents, grandparents, teachers, and so on. Then during our lives, we start to believe things not because we do that, because we were brainwashed and we were told that it's true, right? You see in some religions, for example, if you say something is not existing, they will kill you. They will immediately kill you, right? In some other religions, they start to talk with you, they start to debate with you, but there are some cults saying, no, that's black and white. What we say, what this book says is the right one. What you say, what other people say, they are all enemies. Kill in the name of God, right? And not in Torah, not in Quran, not in the Bible. Never there is a sentence that is saying you should kill in the name of God, right? So, whatever. Now, this Bitcoin community, like these rats here you see here, I'm saying rats because they are rats, right? You see here, so they are looking like rats. You can also say cats, dogs, sheep, pigs, whatever, okay? So I'm not going to insult anyone. They are rats because the man did this Bayesian thinking course, so was publishing this, and they are the rats, right? And then the prior beliefs we have, and then somewhere we start to think, but it is not that way. I have not seen some such evidence. And then someone is coming, yes, it is so. Because the logic is God told you, Michael Saylor told us there is no evidence. If your brain is starting to think things over, what is wrong, what is if Bitcoin is wrong, what is if Bitcoin is true, then you are brainwashed. You have then to go to preach and to pray Bitcoin is the only and one and only thing on this planet and the future, and Bitcoin has ever been, you know what I mean. And then we have then the so-called posterior beliefs. But somewhere in your mind, your brain is very intelligent. And at that time, your brain starts also to make questions, to build questions about the reality, and tells you it's not true. Also, what you told me is something wrong here. And then they come in there with evidence, and the more they do, the more you start to think. The more your brain tells you all these beliefs you have been told by someone is not true. And there are some, of course, they don't go this way, and you see what happens. They're laughing, they're falling deep and deep and deep in this deep world of fantasy, and they're just laughing, right? There's another one you see here, that's very funny. Again, the red, so fanatic Bitcoin buyers, how they behave. And this one is asking this one, are you sure, Jensen, Huang said acceleration of demand? I swear I heard him say I like the band. He said, yeah, I'm sure. And the other one was told, oh, what happened? You know, they don't see this one. Then you see this one is going forward, closing eyes, right? So this one too, all eyes closed. They said Bitcoin is the future, right? Ooh, down, right? And that happens if we believe everything what is in social media, if we believe everything what people tell us to do without using our brains, right? So, and the trick of the Bitcoin community, or not Bitcoin community, because there are also a lot of honest people among them. These guys who are manipulating people is that they are using memes, right? So I told myself, why not to tell the truth, but with the same weapon. So I published it on my Twitter account. I told them, so you see here two young ladies. So the Bitcoin holders is looking at the other one, so a little bit jealousy, and the other one is smiling, and US dollar holders. And the fact is, the US dollar has been getting stronger and stronger since 10 years, and it's going to the moon, really to the moon, and that's just the beginning. Latest in June, if there are no interest rates cuts anymore, then I cannot say where the US dollar might go on, right? So I was watching and looking then at this meme. I said, okay, I will use it as the same weapon against Michael Saylor, right? Or like here, so two types of holders. The one who sold Bitcoins in 2021, he's short seller now, on the left side, and the other one, the Bitcoin holder, 2023 it was, I was publishing it, but I think maybe the sense those aggressive communities getting me. And I found they use a lot of animals, especially kittens or cats, and that way they find a way to emotional world of the young or of the unexperienced people who have also lack of financial information, not lack of information. There are a lot of smart, intelligent people out there, but they have lack of trading knowledge, for example, what really is driving the markets, right? So therefore then I started to use that, right? And now, so Michael Seller, look, your community, Bitcoin, you told us Bitcoin is going up. And then when winners sell Bitcoin short is the cat, the lucky cat. I don't know his name. If you know, you can comment. But that's a very popular meme. Look how the cat is smiling. Look at the girl that is crying. So that's hilarious. Also, one of my favorites, this guy. Hodl. It seems to be keyword for Bitcoin holders or Bitcoin community. So, and now he sees that Bitcoin missed the double top, Bitcoin missed the triple top, coming down. So, yeah, they are using very funny memes. Why not? Why shouldn't we use them? We have the right, the same right, to tell the truth, but also with humor. So, but you see, right? So, in case then you start to laugh, and his face is so funny. This is definitely my favorite meme. They start to come with the word of emotions, fantasy into your brain, right? So what they are doing is just hypnosis. Hypnosis. That's the real key word, right? Because they are hypnotizing you so that you do something against your will to buy Bitcoin. Not to buy Bitcoin. They promise you to get, you have been listening to the video, right? So I'm not telling you myself what Michael Saylor told you, but I will come also to his SMCI. So this is the first part of Michael Saylor's lies, telling people, yeah, we made 250% our stock, you can double your money and whatever. And you as trader know exactly he's telling bullshit. At the beginning of the year, Michael Saylor, this is the chart, the weekly chart of your company, MicroStrategy, SMCI. The current price is at $898 and $1.49. And look, Michael Saylor, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Since 5 weeks is your company dropping down and down, and yesterday you lost again another 4.14% of your company. You're telling people you are an honest person, and I doubt you are not honest. You are a liar, Michael Saylor. You see, I just showed the facts. I'm not showing something new. Bitcoin goes down 5%. Your company dropping down 20 to 30%, Michael Saylor, and you want to make people believe they should buy MicroStrategy and stocks and Bitcoin. Why are you telling people lies, Michael Saylor? I'm not saying it, right? Listen again what he said some hours ago.
Remarkable achievement. A 200% profit since the beginning of this year. Company's remarkable achievement. A 200% profit since the beginning of this year. Is remarkable achievement. A 200% profit since the beginning of this year.
You have heard it yourself. He's saying since the beginning of the year, 200% profit. And now we look at SMCI. Here's the beginning of the year. The first one down, then went higher, then here, and now we are here. Okay, Michael Saylor, where are your 200%? Tell me, that's your chart, Michael Saylor. Where are the 200%? You are making now something illegal, number one. You don't tell people that trading is risky, that people can lose money. Not only losing, they can lose everything. The risk of trading is extremely high. Number two, you are a criminal because you tell people not the truth. You have told in your video 200%. Where are these 200%? Yes, you made, right? Because you have maybe being here and selling your own stocks, and if the market goes up, then you start then somewhere to buy back your stocks, because the value of your stocks, of your company, is nearly of zero. Why? Your company does not generate any kind of volume or value, right? Value. And your company's price going up every time the Bitcoin rises. So why people should buy your stock if they can, for example, buy Bitcoin? They buy Bitcoin. Why should they invest then? They know, okay, Bitcoin goes down, they hold, or they sell, or they buy back, or they buy more if the price goes deeper. But what the hell, why the hell should they buy your stocks? If they buy Bitcoin, sometimes they are negotiating with each other. Some countries like El Salvador, Iran, are using also Bitcoins. But your company is a money destruction machine, money losing machine. Why should people lose their money with your stocks? Michael Saylor, I am asking you, answer me. I will force you to answer publicly. I am talking with the facts. Here, this is SMCI. This is the real fact. I see this and you tell people 200%. Where is this 200%? Show me, Michael. Michael, don't stop crying. Show me where are the 200%, Michael Saylor. You are a crap. You are a scammer, Michael Saylor. You are a Ponzi. But I show you the reality as it is, and this is the reality as it is. Right? So we know this gentleman, Jerome Powell. Of course, this is a meme. I don't know who made it, so I grabbed it. And we see the stock market, we see NASDAQ, we see Bitcoin, not Bitcoin, but you can see on your price charts. So this is the reality, this is the fact that is awaiting for us in the next weeks, the next months. Some are talking about maybe in this year, maybe we will have a rate cut, right? At the beginning, can you remember? At the beginning, it was 6 or 7 times. So at the beginning, it was 6 times, as we can see here, right? 6 rate cuts. Then it became then 3 rate cuts. Now, then to about until the not yesterday, but the Friday of the last week, non-farm payroll, they were hoping 1 rate cut, still the hope is there. Now here Mr. Kashkari says, no, I am for no rate cuts. But that's the reality, that's Fed, right? Who is ruling the world of the finance? The Fed, the governments, right? The banks, not Michael Saylor, guys. If you're a Bitcoin holder, you can hate me, I don't doubt. And I know you are hating me not because you know me really, who I am, and you know me personally, because you have been told, hate people like Davy Brasco, hate people who tell the truth, hate people who have been stupid and dumb in the past, like this Bayesian study, who have been brainwashed, who have been told and started then to build questions in their heads, and then someone else came again and brainwashed them, and then finally they took the red pill and they started to think, and they saw the world is not just warm and safe as we know. There are sometimes many days life is happy, but it can be also moments in life where there is sadness, there are bad moments in life, and this is reality. Life can be also cold, and so it's also with Bitcoin, right? Again, I'm not telling you to sell or buy your Bitcoins. I just tell you, before you trade, think better 10 times. If someone is telling you very nice stories, listen, laugh, have fun, but before taking any steps, start to think, guys. And you see, my channel has, I think the last videos, not so much likes, some viewers, but I know these people who are watching this video, these are real viewers. I don't need for my channel to pay money for bots sitting in some offices, taking my money and generating likes and comments and views. I don't need that. If 20 people, 40 people, even if 2 people, 1 person is viewing this video, I just recognize that number. I don't recognize that number as a number. I imagine I am in a room with that 1% who is a real human being, who is not an android, who is not a bot, who is not computerized. If I have only 20 viewers, only 1 comment, I recognize that people, those people as real persons who have a life, who are breathing, who have emotions, who have a soul, who know what hurts, what is pain, what is happiness, who have brains, who have a lot of questions, who have a lot of ideas, who are fighting every day for their lives, and who are go straight in life and powerful person, whatever happens. If 20 people are viewing only this video, I respect them exactly like 2 million people are watching this video or my videos the same way, because each one of them deserve my respect as human being, because I see in every one of them a real person, a real human being, so not bots, not brainwashed, right? So we go sometimes through life like androids, like robots, but we are human, we are a lived person, and everyone has a soul, guys. Okay, so this is the reality, right? This is the NASDAQ reality. Maybe become there, no rate cuts this year, maybe also in 2024 or 2025, maybe. Now another one, his name is Davis. So I don't say he's a spammer, because to me he seems to be very kind. It's just his YouTube channel, and I appreciate it. So a very sympathetic person. What I want to show you now, he is a Bitcoin holder, and that's okay, right? So he's right. I respect that. Like, I am selling Bitcoin because I want to do it. He wants to buy Bitcoin. He is for long Bitcoin, right? But I want to point out something Another point that's very, very important, especially about the technical analysis.
Sponsor, which of course is CoinStats. Guys, want to go ahead and check out CoinStats. They are a fantastic way to do portfolio tracking. They have swaps built in. You can buy crypto. They have a great cryptocurrency with the other big sites, but they've got lots of extra additional insights, AI technology helping.
So he's telling why crypto is interesting and why people should invest then in crypto. But now, this is the point I have been mentioning also many times in my videos, and during time I hope that this picture is familiar to you. So we had then this edge, and I was then telling you, be careful of that. If the market going up, then we must have a confirmation, and then we will come then to this major resistance. And after the market goes up, it needs to make a confirmation because it can trap and to come down. Whatever, and I was also mentioning that it's possible that we can go to 75, 80, 85K, whatever. But I also told you, if the market goes back in the edge, it will be then very dangerous for Bitcoin, because then we have big odds to go down, first of all, to the bottom of this edge. And why it is very dangerous? Because if the market breaks this edge, right, it would be then a price here. We break then a double support on the same time. So there are traders who are focused only on this wedge, and there are traders who are support sellers. And this area on bigger time frame, and this is the good thing, I appreciate he's doing that. He's showing it also on daily time frame, on higher time frame. If a very major key zone is breaking down, what do you think why it drops down? Because the trends are made by big investors, right? So if you are talking about any trend, for example, the trend of Bitcoin, right, from 20 to now 69, 66,000, whatever. Also, not only the retail traders, but big traders with big money are sitting on them, and they start, right? Some of them have been already starting to sell the market here. They don't believe in the idea of Bitcoin. I'm not talking about retail traders. I'm talking about billionaires who are holding this channel. And I tell you once, if these people leave a trend, the trend breaks down, and it seems that it's going to break down. It seems. It's not. It will happen if we latestly are breaking the zone. And this is a key level, because then other big traders sell off Bitcoin what it can. It's not anymore about holding the level, the gaps, whatever. It's just a massive sell-off. We have seen also NASDAQ, a lot of companies that are the KI, the AI companies, tech companies, right? A lot of companies that are also holding, paying, or trading with Ethereum or Bitcoin, they are falling on the same time. We have the tax weeks in front of us. We have the tension of Israel and Iran. So keep an eye on that news. I personally don't think that something will happen, because what I know is before a very high tension happens in Middle East, we have seen it many times. So I have some fundamental indicators, and gold and crude oil belong to one of them. So we have seen that, of course, this tension is or was predictable because the gold price was out of any logical reason increasing. So all those guys start, not only their governments, but also very, very big investors start to buy gold massively. And they have very good contacts, right, to all these countries, and they know, okay, something bad is coming. War is a bad thing, because in war there is no winner. There are always losers, because people are losing their lives, right? It doesn't matter if it is an Iranian life, it doesn't matter it is a Jewish or Israeli life, it doesn't matter if it's Russian, American, whatever. People are people, and life is sweet. So any war is a loss of humanity, right? So whatever, we are not going to make it political. But these people knew that gold price will go higher because they have better information resources. And also in oil price, every time we have in these regions, especially the countries what are oil producers, we have seen that the oil market will skyrocket, right? We have seen, for example, Ukrainian-Russian war, how the oil skyrocketed to above $130. And also in the first or second Gulf War, for example, so to all-time high of above $190 to $195. That's a measure that there is no fight. And if so, the oil price would skyrocket, but it didn't happen. It has interrupted its intraday bullish channel, and now again back to $85. So I don't personally think that. But it can also happen. It can also happen, and maybe we see then the first reaction in Bitcoin prices. So what does it mean to us now as traders?
Bitcoin, very interesting place right now. Essentially, you can see that we're just, once again, butting up against that top area for the market here, where we're just...
And this is not correct what you say, dear Lark Davis. He says it bottomed up at the top. Where do you say a bottom here? So it is just an intraday bar, or as the new day opened. And as trader, you should know that if a bar starting, let's say this is today, for example, right, this green bar, and they see the color of the bar and they say it's going up, the market is above, but it has not done before the end of the day. You can have, for example, if we break down this daily bar, let's say that way, right? For example, the price of yesterday was something here. That was the closing. And now today, the market, this is the first traded price of the day. It's called the open price. And then the market goes up, right? This is therefore, that means the price is above the open price, right? The market opened at 9:30, and at 11 o'clock the market is here, okay? That's the reason the bar is green. It doesn't give us any more information. And then the market stays, and everybody say, yeah, the daily bar is green, we go up, we go to 1 million, we go to 80K, whatever. And then something happens, the market comes below the open price and then closes. And the day is over. So people have been betting that the price will go higher and started to buy, get trapped, right? Why this happens? Because they want just to see what they want to see. They don't accept the reality. Also, Lark is seeing and knowing, of course, that the market is, the day has just begun, but he wants, because in his mind, I guess he sees the Bitcoin going that way. But this move has not happened, right? This is just a fantasy, right? Exactly, someone is short selling, sees this move in his mind. He is also living in a fantasy, right? Because he's not living in a reality. The reality plays where the current price is. That's all. I am short seller. Of course, I want to see Bitcoin down. But if I say, okay, I will increase my short positions to get down because we will be there, then I would live in a fantasy because the price is here, right? So, and maybe it's coming back, going down, and then going up, right? Who knows? It's possible. Everything is possible, right? And dear Lark Davis has been betting that the market will go up and down. We want to see what he's saying.
Line for Bitcoin right now where it's just, I love it. I love seeing the way these things work out. I mean, seriously, think about how cool this is that we got to this particular level and that the pattern is still so closely playing out. And look at that triangle. Look at that triangle. It's absolutely crazy how beautiful that thing is. So it's really nuts to see these kind of patterns. Just the way they play out in the market just blows my mind. Technical analysis doesn't work. It's astrology for men. Yeah, okay.
That's true, dear Lark Davis. Technical analysis is for real men and real women too, and real people who believe in real trading and not trading with emotions and fantasy. So I like this person because he's very sympathetic, right? He has real emotions. I appreciate that. I'm respecting it. And we see the price is up, and these emotions are not fake. He's a human being. I'm respecting it. He has a soul, and I'm not going to attack him or something like that. I just want to mention that this is the reality of trading. A lot of people get emotional just because the market ticked above this wedge. They say, I love it, how it works, this pattern. But this is not the only thing. The wedge has two sides, guys. Upside and also downside, right? And how many times we have seen that the price has been trapping us, right? Exactly the same happens also in the downwards, right? We are in a bearish market, the market tips down, everybody, yeah, I love it how the patterns worked, and then the market went up, right? So in both sides. And that's what I wanna express here. It's not going to attack him. So as I appreciate him, you can go to his channel, watch it, subscribe to the channel, follow. I don't mind. If you want it, that's your right. So, and I'm sure he's a real person, his emotions are real. But if I would recommend something, if you would like it, dear Lark Davis, before a pattern starts to activate itself, we must have confirmation, right? Meaning the market is going up, and what he's not seeing is also this major resistance at the all-time high, for example. It can happen that the market goes up and then also goes a little bit up and then comes down. That time it's not dangerous for the bulls, but it struggles and comes down again into this wedge and breaks it down. And that's the time the bull should take. Should I maybe limit my positions or care much more about money management and so on and so forth, right? So we see here in the real-time chart, so I marked it, we see that's the same chart like the chart of Lark Davis, as we have been here, and that was the plan then, the trading plan I was worked out. I wanted to see this confirmation first, and then I would say to the market will go higher, right? But I was very aware what happens if it doesn't have work out and then the market goes down, because I'm a short seller, right? And we see here in the chart exactly what happens. Not only that I was right, and I'm not saying that I'm all the time right, or of course there are times I'm wrong too. So that's what I was, right? This is the position or that situation of Lark Davis. And that was my point of view, not the fantasy where it can go to. What if this happens? I was caring about, right? And therefore, we see that the market came back, and then I told myself, okay, it's going your direction. You should be careful, but because it can go here and then come out again, right? And what happened? The market went through, and now you see here, this was my next plan. If the market goes back, will the market break it down to this level, or will it come back again in the wedge? And it's coming back a little bit to the wedge, but nor the bears nor the bulls should fall back in emotional trap and euphoria that they say, yeah, it goes to 1 million, and they say it goes to 0. No, it's not over. It's over if now we see we have a triple wedge, right? So the first opening wedge of this formation on daily chart was this one. And now during time, the market built the second wedge. And because the market broke this resistance coming back and hit also this support levels, but is not recovering, just the bulls want to see it, we have a third wedge, meaning to the downside they have been hitting the stops. So there's the pullback, we can say. The possibility is they come back here, they break through, and they break through here. Okay, this is the first possibility. Possibility number one is the same here. Now they go to the other side. That can be also true. Then the next possibility will be they come then to that resistance. They will come back here, they struggle a little bit. Then they go down. Right? And the next possibility could be they will come through and they go up. So 4 scenarios, 4 different real scenarios we could have, or the breakdown. It can be also possible. Also here, they can go up, again break up, right? So it can be possible. Why? Because each time they are hitting a support or resistance, they automatically liquidate big numbers of stops of the long traders or profit target of the bears too, right? The bears, for example, have been selling the market here, new sell, and their their profit target is here. They get out, they take profit, automatically close buy numbers will be, or orders will be generated, activated. It pushes up the market. Then people who have been buying the market here, new buy, they take profit somewhere around here, and then they close here. So close sell orders get activated, new sell orders come in, and sell plus sell is more sell. They push down the market, and the same exact thing is happening. So this is the trap maybe dear Lark Davis has been falling into, a lot of emotions, maybe a lack of information, technical analysis, yes, is for real men and women, dear Davis. and fundamental analysis too, but not emotional fundamental analysis. Emotional fundamental analysis, emotional technical analysis is not good for no one. Whether you are bull or you are bear, right? It's not good for no one. Emotions in trading are enemies of you.
See, as we see things moving a bit closer into the Bitcoin halving next week, maybe we'll get the breakout then. But then watch out for volatility, because around the Bitcoin halving, you can expect a bit of volatility stuff. Demand for Bitcoin from accumulation addresses is now exceeding supply from miners for the first time in history. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Think about that. On chain right now, what we're seeing on chain, this is not talking about the big Bitcoin ETF stuff, right? On chain, we're seeing accumulation addresses exceeding supply from miners for the first time in history. And this is before the Bitcoin halving even happens.
That's something wrong. The first one is, I thought he is, because he's talking also about some news, like for example, the new launching of South Korea ETFs, the Exchange of London ETFs. I will also tell you some words about that. But now I know the main information, fundamentals, analysis he's probably doing is from Twitter. Like I have also my Twitter account. So if you want to there, you can also go write me or maybe follow me. So, and this is the, maybe this guy, fuck this crypto shit, down $1 million in 2 hours. I'm done with this scam. So I think he's joking, right? But this is the reality of many traders, because they don't understand the word. Again, in all those emotional traps, that's the result, right? So everything you have, so they are losing, not because, of course, Bitcoin is down now, some person, I don't believe it. So what I want to say only is, you should be aware of where are the sources of your information. If you see, for example, Davy Brasco's channel is very good source for information, so thank you for thinking that. But I say also, please make also your own researches, and as a trader, be always skeptical and never take something for granted. If you look for information, your sources must be very neutral and objective, right? For example, the numbers, right, released by the government. We can say also today, not every number is releasing is out of manipulation, but the odds are higher because are based on statistics, and we know all you can fake also statistics. You see, I am very skeptical as trader, but that's the guarantee of my success as trader, right? I am trend follower for many years. I have been losing money. I have been making a lot of profits, many pleasure and pain in this business, and I had a lot of moments of emotional traps also. Therefore, I know never take something for granted, right? Newspapers, everything, sources of information are good, but look for good sources of information. Around the name it says Bitcoin News. Ask yourself who is owning Bitcoin News. Go and search it. I know that, right? I'm not going to make for them advertising. Go on Google, search it, and also comment it below this video. Who is the owner of Bitcoin News, guys? Do you know that? Go and find it out, and then you know. And then he takes a news agency, and we know after COVID, 100% of all news agencies, we must ask ourselves after every news 1,000 times, are this news real or are this news fake? We have seen, you all have gone during COVID time, right? So, and we have seen what happened. And he is using his sources of fundamental analysis because of some graphs. And if you go to Twitter, you see a lot of charts there, and then compare them with the reality, you see a lot of charts are faked. They are faked, photoshopped. Therefore, never believe what you see. You can't even trust your eyes. Even if you are on a chart, you see the price running, but we have, for example, some different Bitcoin prices, right? It depends with which broker you are. Everyone is offering another price. And therefore, for example, Uanda, if you use your indicator, you see that your indicators in Uanda Bitcoin chart shows another result. If you go, for example, at the Bitcoin chart of Bitcoin let's say Coinbase, right? For example, and so on. You can go then download many Bitcoin prices of different providers and check them out. If your indicator is showing different numbers or different formations of each one, then it means something is wrong with your trading indicator. If it's showing the same formation on every, then it is okay, right? And so they show different volumes, they show different volatilities, they show different divergences with MACD and RSI, for example. You take a trend, your indicator tells you everything is going long, and the price falling down and down and down, guys, then somewhere you have to take that losses. So be aware of that, all right? Never take something for granted. You have to compare. I have, for example, an indicator, therefore I'm making my own custom indicator. I can program PineScript. I've been learning that in the COVID time. So I told myself, okay, that's the perfect time for a trader, because as a trader, 90% of time you're sitting alone. Then, in the time the market is not moving, I want do me a favor. I am going to learn something new. Why not PineScript? And therefore, I have made my own custom-based indicators, right? So currently about 200, 250 different indicators I've been programming for myself. So, but that's not the subject of this video. The subject is you need to be in reality, right? And he's then telling, because they say from accumulation, addresses now exceeding supply from miners for the first time in history, the supply is not coming from the miners. 10% of the supply is coming from the miners. 90% of the supply is coming from the big trend holders. And big trend holders are people with big money who are invested then in Bitcoin for longer term, the next 20, 30, 40, 50 years. And also other big trend followers like hedge funds, and they are also shorting the market, guys, right? These people are ruling the supply and the real supply and demand market, not the miners. So just wanted to see. And at the beginning of the video, he's talking about ETFs and launching with ETFs. Guys, everybody's talking about ETFs. The ETFs, whether they go long or short, they have no real impact on crypto. You can also have ETFs for NASDAQ, for dollar, for commodities, but they don't reflect what is happening in the Bitcoin market or NASDAQ market or whatever market. An ETF is just a certificate that invites people to hold it, to invest money, and to buy it in case then over an average the price of an asset, let's say Bitcoin, is going above a certain price, then from that point your ETFs start to produce profits for you. But if there are now 1 billion, 1 trillion, 10 trillion Bitcoin ETFs out there, and people who are buying those ETFs, it does not mean that they are directly putting that money in the Bitcoin, because the holding companies, the hedge fund companies like BlackRock, who are offering those ETFs, they take the money from people, but they don't go with their whole money in Bitcoin. Please be serious. Just because the name is BTC or Bitcoin ETF, it doesn't mean that they go with the money into ETF, into Bitcoin. They take some money of that, they put it in Bitcoin, but with the rest, 95% of the money, they go in NASDAQ, they go in the stocks, they go in every other market, they go in real estate, they go in interest rates market, they go in land market, they go in treasure markets, gold, you can name it, many markets. So they diversify that, right? So therefore, the next time you read 1 billion dollar ETFs have been bought, you smile and say, okay, what does it mean? It just means people have been buying that paper. It does not mean that they have been buying Bitcoin with that amount of money, right? They have not invested 100% of that. And if yes, ask yourself, since weeks, all these news coming in, now Hong Kong, South Korea, any country, you know, so buying Bitcoin ETFs, okay, then my question is, why do we have now this red candle? Right? Then it must be a green, and we have to have then another green and so on, and Bitcoin has to be there, here. Why is the Bitcoin now here and threatening to break down? It can also come back, right? So, but at this moment, it's going to break down. And we know exactly the day still is not over, right? This is the candle of today. So we don't want to make the mistake like Davis did, The candle is still not closed, right? At the end of the day, we know, okay, is it a full candle maybe? Or maybe the price can turn higher above the open, and this red candle can be turned into a green candle. It's possible too, right? So, and therefore, never take something for granted. Never do that. So, if the market comes down, we go then level by level, level after level, right? The market comes back here. We wait until the market breaks the next level. If we are somewhere here, we stop. We can then start to trail the stop, to move the stop to our entry price, for example. If the market holds and cannot break that level, it means possibly the market can come down, so we should be aware maybe to move our stop a little bit more downward. And in case the market is coming up again the previous level and has enough confirmation that it will go higher, then we wait until the stop or our take profit has been hit. And it can happen that the market comes near of your stop and turns back again. So I don't take it, I let my stop get hit. And the same happens if you are also in a bullish market, all right? So keep your eyes open, keep your mind open, right? So, and don't say all the time, I'm buying my TP 72K and so on. Wait that the market shows his cards to you, right? This is much more important than blindly buying and selling. And you have seen, like those rats, they have closed eyes. They wanna fly, but they fall very deep. Okay, so be always aware, because trading has risk, very, very high risks. Every time we take a trade, I tell myself I have lost this money, right? If I click on buy or sell, I tell myself this money is gone. And then it can happen that the market hits me at my stop, or it can happen that it is my take profit, or goes again further and further in my favorite direction. But every time I take a trade, I tell myself I lost this money. It's gone. It doesn't help me to fantasize, to be sad, to cry if the market is running against me. It doesn't help me. Well, how does it help me? The market does what the market does. All right. So have a good weekend. Have a nice weekend. And I hope until this point you have been watching it, have been gained good benefits. Comment it, subscribe to this channel if you like, share this channel if you like, come back again. And also I'm very open for critics, everything, as long as we talk friendly in good social polite manners with each other, everything is okay. All right, have a good time. I hope that you will have a funny weekend, a happy weekend, and a very good profitable time. And I mean seriously, it doesn't matter if you are bullish or bearish, both of you be profitable.